How to code nested if statements. Nested if statements means if else statements within an outer if else block. So to explain this part, I can show you a rough outline of how a nested if else looks like. So we have the outer if and then the statement and the else part. So within the if statement, we have another if elif else block. So we write if statement, and if it is true, we do some action. Next, elif a statement. If the if the statement is true, then it will perform some action within the elif block. Similarly, there's an else part with the which performs the action if all the above statements are false. So this is a basic structure of how a nested if else looks like. So an example of this would be to get the age of a person and categorize them based on their age. So whether they are a kid or an adult or a teenager, etc. So we enter our age, and if age is greater than, let's write the first if block, if age is greater than 0. So if this is true, we go within the if block. And then then we write another if statement. If age is less than 12, let's say 12. So if the age of the person is less than 12, that means I will print you are a child. Okay, in the int input part, we'll prompt the user first that enter your age. Now colon. Now next, we'll write an elif part, because we just don't have if and else part, so we are using more conditions. So if age is, let's say, less than 20, so we print you are a teenager. Next condition is elif age is less than 30, so we'll print you are a young adult. Next elif statement that we are writing is if the age is less than 50, less than 60, let's say, you are a middle-aged adult. Else, which means greater than 60, you are a senior citizen. The outer so now we get out of the if block and we write the else block for the outer if block. So if else will be the opposite of age greater than 0. That means if the age is equal to 0 or less than 0, that time we print that the age is age entered is not correct. Actually, a better word would be is not acceptable. Now we run this code. So it tells us to enter our age. So I wrote 22 and it wrote you are a young adult. Next we again run this code and it says enter your age. Now we enter our age as suppose I enter 0. Suppose I enter 0. So it says age entered is not acceptable. So it ran our else part. So this is how a basic nested if statement works in Python.